Abstract factory. This is also a creational design pattern, and it provides interface for creating families of related or dependent objects without specifying their concrete classes. And it does by doing inheritance, override factory method, and create one product. Abstract factory design pattern in C++ is described this way. Abstract factory design pattern is a creational pattern that provides an interface for creating families of related or dependent objects without specifying the concrete classes. It is a higher level abstraction over the factory method pattern and is used to ensure that the created objects are compatible and consistent with each other. The structure of the factory method is like this. You have an abstract factory. This is just an interface or abstract class that declares the set of abstract methods. And we have a concrete factories. There are subclasses of the abstract factory. These are the subclasses of the abstract factory that implements the abstract method to create a specific families of product. An abstract product, which is an interface or abstract class for the concrete product, and concrete product is derived from abstract product class interface to provide a specific implementation for the products of a family. Here is an example. In this example, we are creating buttons and checkboxes. They look different in Mac and Windows. So we have two factories for Mac and Windows operating system. In this case, our product is button, and window button is derived from button. So we override the paint method. That means it will render the window button. And we have Mac OS button. This paint method will render the Mac OS button. Their look and feel might be different, other properties might be different. So those will be handled in the concrete products. Similarly, we have checkbox, product 2, and and this is a checkbox, and we have concrete product 2 for Windows checkbox. Same thing, it is painting that Windows checkbox, and Mac OS checkbox. So this will also paint Mac OS related checkbox, or it will render. And in the factory, we have a factory abstract class. So abstract class is having pure virtual method of 2 of this, create button and create checkbox. And going down here in the concrete factory, we have Windows factory and Mac OS factory. And Windows factory, we have create button and create checkbox. They are overridden from the GUI factory, that is abstract class. Same thing for Mac OS factory, create button and create checkbox. And they will create actual object of the concrete object of the product. So in create button in Windows factory, we have Windows button, and in this Windows checkbox. In Mac OS Factory, we have Mac OS button and Mac OS checkbox based on what you call. And in the main function, we are calling accordingly. We have, this is a factory, that's an abstract class pointer. So it returns a Windows factory here with new, and using that Windows factory, we'll be calling create checkbox and create button to get the Windows button and Windows checkbox. And then you call the paint method. This will call the method of the concrete product. There's Windows button and Windows checkbox. Similarly for Mac OS, there's a Mac OS factory is created, and this factory returns a button and checkbox for Mac OS. And using those, we are calling the paint to render Mac OS button and Mac OS checkbox. This is how a factory design pattern works. And here we are just simply cleaning up those memory we have allocated using new before we exit the function or main. So we have two factory classes in this example, Windows factory and Mac OS factory, each of which provides implementation of the creating Windows or Mac OS style GUI component like button and checkbox. When you want to create a GUI for a specific platform, you use the corresponding factory, Windows factory for Windows and Mac OS factory for Mac OS to create the component.